In late December, Al Jazeera dropped a bombshell, an investigative report alleging numerous professional athletes, including Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning, had used performance-enhancing drugs. But while the media had a field day with another instance of alleged cheating, deflate-gate, we're hearing very little about Manning. The question is why. Al Jazeera's documentary, The Dark Side, goes undercover to expose doping in sports.
I can give you something to use right now. Is this Delta 2 stuff?
It zeroes in on one-time pharmacist Charlie Sly, an alleged dealer in performance-enhancing drugs. On camera, Sly boasts that his clients include professional athletes like Peyton Manning.
We would be sending Ashley Manning drugs, like a growth hormone, all the time, everywhere. Florida. It would never be under Peyton's name.
Manning has gone on the offensive, calling Al Jazeera's report a complete fabrication.
Complete trash, garbage.
And Al Jazeera's source, Charlie Sly, has recanted, saying he made it all up.
There is no truth to any statement of mine that Al Jazeera plans to air.
But Manning has also sidestepped the accusation that his wife received human growth hormone.
Any medical treatments that my wife received, that's her business. It has nothing to do with me.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says he's taking the accusation seriously. Still, there's no media drumbeat like this.
Deflate-gate.
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 No, Peyton Manning and the Broncos are getting a hero's welcome as they head to Super Bowl 50.
Go get him, Peyton!
The lovable quarterback may be playing his last game. And who wants to spoil the fun by asking tough questions about cheating? I got to watch that documentary today. I have to say it was very well done. It was very well sourced. They had professional athletes admitting to taking these human growth hormones and other performance-enhancing drugs. You saw on camera the producers from Al Jazeera walking out of one of these places with a whole box of stuff that purported to be these drugs. There's more to this, too. Charlie Sly was surreptitiously taped when he made all these statements about Peyton Manning and others, and when he realized he was part of the documentary, that's when he recanted. There's also a sidebar that's interesting. There's another individual named Jason Riley, who is a business partner of Charlie Sly's, and his business is fitness training for NFL players. So they had a business together. They are business partners. So one was the fitness trainer, one was the drug supplier. It all fits. Now, the NFL is looking into this, but as I said, there is no, like, you don't see anybody at a press. This is Super Bowl week, Super Bowl 50. Nobody's asking the questions.
I'm not that impressed with the allegations against Peyton Manning. I'm really not. You've got the word of one person who's recanted, who was taped surreptitiously, who says, I had reasons for lying. I wanted to be a business partner with this guy. That's all we've got. With Deflategate, even though I think...
No, wait. Peyton Manning did not, it essentially admitted that those drugs were arriving at their house in Florida.
He did indeed, and he invoked the wife defense.
I'm not saying
as Roger Clemens has earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just not that impressed with this. I think that what you had with Deflategate, even though a lot of us have come to believe that it was a bunch of hooey, you did have the NFL basically calling out the Patriots and Tom Brady for this. You don't have any of that with this. I think that if the NFL were making these allegations, we would absolutely be hearing a lot more about it.
I think that NFL turns a blind eye, the same way they do with concussions and other things. They don't really, a number of people in the NFL admit to taking human growth.
Oh, sure.
It's what makes them great and can make the game great.
But Peyton Manning is not admitted to it.
No, I understand. I'm not accusing him either.
I'm with you on this. I think 90% of that documentary was good. And the 10%, and most of it involving Peyton Manning, I thought should never have made the air. It's the whole idea, for all those reasons that you've mentioned, that you have, first of all, the main source was taped surreptitiously, so he had no idea. He had a motive to lie, and he recants. And and there's no proof whatsoever that Peyton Manning has ever done anything illicit with drugs, and there's just nothing there other than packages going to the spouse. I just don't think that ever should have made the light of day, and I think Al Jazeera is going to find itself on the losing end of some serious libel suits as a result of this. Production values, excellent. Important story, absolutely. Yeah. But 10% of that's going to get them in very serious trouble. I think it was terrible journalism.
All right, really quick. Oh, go ahead, Kelly.
No, I was just going to say, what you did have the NFL weighing in with deflate-gate, and there's a bunch of people that don't think it's hooey, by the way, just to say that. But you also had a popular swell of people who hate the Patriots. I know we're in Patriot country, but there's a lot of popular other people that do not like the Patriots, so you had that pushing it up. I don't know about that in Peyton Manning. You pointed out he's kind of beloved. And so maybe people are like, no, I don't know. You don't have the same groundswell. Yes, you don't have the NFL, and that is wrong. They should be investigating because this is part of it. Okay, well, you know. But I think you'd see more of it if there was more of a public groundswell as there was with people that don't like the Patriots.
So really quickly, I think you're totally on target with the anti-patriot bias thing. There's been this narrative throughout Manning and Brady's careers where they've been compared as you know, held up as equals, when I think it's objectively clear that Brady is a far more accomplished and impressive player. He's had the better career, yet Manning is cast as sort of an equal rival. Also, Charlie Sly recanting, the source recanting, hugely problematic. Right, but still, when the source says, no, I didn't tell the truth there, that's bad. The Al Jazeera name, fair or unfair, I think is a problem here too. A lot of Americans tend not to think of Al Jazeera as a reputable source, despite all the good work that they've done. And then finally, I think we might be hearing more about this if Deflategate hadn't happened. The memory of that being a bogus scandal is still fresh, and I think that might explain why people are not delving into this the way they delve into that.
I'm talking about the media.
I know.
It's shocking. Really, the only piece that I really saw that was a substantial follow-up was in the New York Times.
But you know, the media didn't really start the Deflategate. The media picked it up because there is the we hate the Patriots thing. But it wasn't like there was an investigation by the media that started
it. They were relentless.
But this was a media investigation that triggered this.
I know, but this was relentless.
And I have to say, I know that there is that pushback against Al Jazeera in the name, but their documentaries have an excellent reputation. I
don't disagree with you at all. I'm just saying there's an association with the name that I think might be affecting the way this plays out.
That's true. It's one of the reasons why they're out of business.